Go. Morning, afternoon, evening. You all right? I'm speaking to you.
Speaking to me?
I'm
Nah.
speaking to you. You're the only person here, so I may as well be.
Oh, go on then. Speak to me. Why not? Have you noticed my my particularly festive attire today?
You have gone big style Christmas jumper.
Do you know why I've done that today?
Why have you done that today?
It's because our marketing folks think they can reuse this video, but they can't because it's going to be it's very timely now, isn't it? They think they can put this out in July, but they can't because I've worn a
Every
Christmas
12
jumper.
months.
Yeah. It is National
Well,
Christmas Jumper Day today, though, so that is obviously
is
why.
it?
Yeah.
Didn't get that memo.
Although
Anyway,
I should say it's
go on.
not a Christmas jumper; it's just a warm jumper because it's really cold here.
It is really cold today. Frost everywhere. Anyways, right. So what we're talking about, those two customers we saw a few weeks ago, or that one of them that came to us, and the other one we saw in it. So, do you want me to explain the issue?
Yeah, go on. You give me the problem, and we'll see
Well,
what we can do.
that's the way it works. Yeah,
That's how it works.
I am in sales these days. Hand off. So one customer has taken over another business, and as part of that, they have received a requirement to provide an online solution, sharpish, obviously because it's an existing customer now they've taken over, for them to be doing ordering. And the other one called us up to say that one of his salesmen has won a deal, and they're taking over some fulfillment and order management, and need to be able to provide a solution as quick as possible to the customer. And
It's always as quick as possible, isn't it? It's never
yesterday.
Never do it in a few weeks.
So the question really is, how quick can you get something up and running?
How long have you got? Well, we've got a 30-minute session, haven't we? So we've got roughly that time.
28 minutes to do it.
So we better not talk too much, hadn't we? And we should probably just get on and show stuff, hadn't we?
I'd imagine you need to share your screen at some point.
Yeah, let's share the screen and let's come and have a look at this. So just so that you know that I'm not cheating, I'm just going to. I knew about this little conversation, so I have set up a user on my site. But when my user first logs into the site, this is my company, Manor & Mason, a basic company, and this is my standard static storefront that I've got. So obviously that's not what you want for your new customer. So I need to go and build a site. So we'll log out and we'll go over here to our storefront builder, and we'll start building a store. So
you're creating a brand new store specifically for that customer, yeah?
Specifically for this customer, I'm creating an absolutely brand new store. Nothing existed before. We've called it Dean's Christmas Store, and we start. It was tough to come up with a name, but I looked at you and it just came to me. And now this store, when it first gets built, has all my defaults. So all the stuff I normally sell to all my other customers appears on here. But I could click of a quick button, I could take all them away. So what you're seeing is kind of here, I've got control of the store, and here is live previewing of what this thing's going to look like.
So there's note on there at the moment.
Now we're currently blank. We've got nothing at all on this store, ready to start building it. So nice, helpful things that we've got to help us on our way. So logo goes here. Go and find us a little logo. I should say that I haven't yet completed my design course, so you may.
I've noticed that in other stuff that you've done. Yes, you haven't quite finished your design course.
Some things could be improved with skill, but we're not going to lose sleep over that.
with any more skill whatsoever.
And given that it's Christmas time, we're going to have a nice Christmas store. That's what. That's what we're building. Again, no expense was spared on the design skill. So maybe I want to make this look a little bit, sort of brand this up a little bit. So we can see I've got my color scheme coming here. I can pick out of a default scheme or just start choosing a color from a color palette selector, or put the hex color in if you know what it is. All that kind of stuff can follow through. I can pick different parts of this out to look for their various different colors. So what color should we turn that to? Turn it to a nice kind of greeny color there. Keep our text in white. We've got secondary color palettes. There's a whole load more color palettes we can play around with just in our theme in general. We can choose our fonts, upload our own fonts, or just choose some of the ones that are in here. Just some stuff that's starting to make it look nice.
And that changed on the fly then, yeah?
Changed on the fly, yeah. As soon as anything you changed over here, it is changing. So whatever you change down on this side here, it is changing on the actual store as well. And I've even got a preview of the store. So this is looking at all the possible places, but this is what the store will actually end up looking like for somebody.
Nice.
So you can click on it as you're going through it.
What about a mobile?
You beat me to it. You probably saw just up here, it's got a view mobile site version. So that
all
one,
the stuff on the phone these days, isn't it?
Yeah, most things are being bought on a phone. So you see that arriving there. So I've done enough for my sanity, at least to start with, to get this site branded, looking okay. It's got my customer's logo on it. I next need to put some products on it, don't I? Because having a store with nothing to sell is probably not going to work that great. So in this case, my store is linked to my MIS. So I'm actually going into my MIS and I'm going to just upload some files here. So
this is our mid-market suite product, yeah?
This is the mid-market suite, yeah.
Cool.
So I'm uploading a pile of inventory items because this is what you would do. You're not going to make one at a time and go and build one thing. You're going to upload a whole spreadsheet. In my case, I've just put 5 in, but that could be 100, 500, whatever it might be that you've got. So the next thing I need to do is go and find these products and put them somewhere for sale in this store. So if we look for our magic code, so they've come straight over. Christmas 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Took me a long time to come up with that.
You've surpassed yourself yet again in your naming conventions.
Now, the thing with these naming things is that you're probably going to have a selection of products and you want to do a bulk action to them at once. So what I'm able to do is select all of the ones that have Christmas in the title to it, and I can choose what I do with it. So maybe I want to publish it. So maybe I want to publish it straight on the store, Dean's Christmas StoreFront. Maybe I want to publish it in a category, and I can do the same thing. So I can put it flat on the page, or I can put it inside a category. So they've just been published. I need to make them accessible for people. So I can give them to Bernard as a user. So I could say he's able to purchase it. That's my user. Or I can do it as a group of users and say, well, actually, everybody who uses this site can have it. They can all go and buy it. Update security. So I've made the products. I've put them in a group. I've published them. I've next just got to go back and look quickly at the storefront to just neaten it all up and make it look nice. So we've got Dean's Christmas store here. Come to our set of categories here. So you can see my products are now here. So just from me publishing it, we've got the product sitting on the page there. Much expense was spared here. You'd be pleased to know I downloaded some stock images.
Download images from the internet, basically.
Correct. Yeah, that's how we found that lot. But if I want to go and find some categories of products we've got, so we'll put in all of our Christmas ones. I did pre-make some other categories to give you a bit of an idea about a store, but this Christmas decoration one is the one that we've put them in. So the other thing I'll do quickly is I'll just add that to what's called a hero block, and I'll show you what that means now. So if we go and look at the site, so here's a look at the site. So I've got some categories of products here. Those are the other categories we made. We're featuring this one, so that's my hero block coming out that way, and then we've got our other products down here. So this is my site ready to give to somebody and and get their products coming into it.
And that's taken how long?
Well, surprisingly quick. Disappointing that we're going to have to talk for about another 15 minutes to make this webinar seem like it was worth attending for people. But yeah, 10 minutes, give or take, to get to there.
The actual work really in it is getting the images, and if you've got them from somewhere else, jobs are good one, and then setting up your Excel spreadsheet. But once you've got your Excel spreadsheet, boom,
yeah,
you're in business.
Yeah, so I mean, the key is using as importing as much as you can to do bulk actions to it, and like with all projects, plan it out first. So if we'd sat here and you had watched me try to build my amazing banner up here, that would have been an embarrassing 20 minutes that we'd spend to see my great design
Your
skills.
Photoshop skills amaze me.
So yeah, having the assets that are ready to go and work on a site, that is an important part of building sites and sort of planning that stuff out in your head. The actual mechanics of building it is pretty quick and easy. And like you have seen, you know, things change on the fly with it. So if I wanted to bring that one up to the top of my list, we say that happily. I didn't bring it to the top. I just swapped it over with the other one, but they swap over straight away. So you can you've got your editor on this side, and it is editing the site, or you can see the editing of the site as it's going. And I've done simple stuff, but if I really wanted to, that's our style sheet.
Oh, so you can bang CSS in there and it'll override it, yeah?
You can do, yes. So if
you've got web skills, you're in business.
Correct, yeah. So if you're ahead of me and you went to design school and completed all the classes, you'll be fine with this and can start.
So those products, just to be clear and make sure. So if you've got our mid-market suite, you create the products in the mid-market suite, and it automatically ends up in our storefront, as you just showed.
Yeah.
If you're not at a space where you want to do the mid-market suite to start off with, you can do all the uploads and everything in here.
You can do,
go from there. And it just, so when you place an order in here, it arrives in our system to be picked or produced based on whatever it is.
Yeah. So in this case, it's linked to our mid-market system. So it is going to have an order behind it, a job ticket, a picking a pack list, a stock warehouse location, all that stuff behind it. The storefront can do some of those things. It can do a pick and pack workflow. It can do stock locations, manage it all on a tablet and that kind of thing.
Because that entry level pricing just for the storefront is, you only need one customer, really don't need to be ordering from it, and it sort of pays for itself.
Yeah, and a lot of the people we've been speaking to recently as well, it's one or two customers that's driving it for them. It's not, they're not imagining taking on the world. It's just a print company who's got one or two customers who want to offer things for sale. I'm not suggesting many of them are going into the Christmas decoration business. But
I've got the market sewn up, I think you'll find.
I think Dean's store has
I'm in business.
Has got that all sussed. So the last thing we haven't done is let our customer log into this store. So at the moment, our customer, he still logs into a general generic store. So it's the last part of it. I've got to assign the store over to him. So here we just pick Dean's Christmas store here, find his company and associate it for him. So if we go to our other browser again, just log in as Bernard. Then we should see magically he gets a totally different login page ready with exactly that site we built, but he doesn't have the admin view. He just has the actual site view.
And so just to say out loud, you don't need to show me this, but we can do variable data in there if you wanted to as well.
Yep.
Make your own posters.com.
Yeah, so you can have people upload their artwork to a store and it places an order. You have design online tools. Some are better than my skills. I mean, you could possibly improve on this with our tools.
On those two different reds that I've ignored.
Two different reds, yeah. But it's like a corner, can't you tell? It's like the corner.
Good job there's going to be no printers watching this, otherwise
I know.
we'll all So, and you can add a fulfillment module to this?
Yes. So this is depends how far you want to go with this. If you've got some racks in your upper room in your attic somewhere and you store some stuff for a client, or they've said, can you just keep these 10 pallets for me and I'll call off the items, you can manage all of that through here and give them the kind of the admin burden of ordering their stuff when they need it. It can even email them to say your stock's running low, by the way. You maybe need to replenish this.
And didn't I see the other day that there's some sort of reservations thing that you can add to this somewhere along the line?
Yes, there is. So, so this is for, well, it's kind of aimed at the exhibition space where you're printing things for stands that are going to trade shows, but you're also renting out the stools and the TVs and the desks and other furniture that might go with it. And that, yeah, so you hold the item in stock and you also can put date ranges to it then as well. So it knows on the 15th of January, it's going to be in use at a conference and it's back on the 23rd.
And from a user experience, they can order 3 posters that are there. They can order 2 stands that they've got sat on your shelves that you're holding for them. And they can also order 3 TVs to be arrived at, so and so, all in order. Yeah.
All in one. Yeah. For them, it's one experience. It's one checkout. And
but for the background, it's
in the
potentially
background,
3 different things to do, potentially, because
so
you'd want
so
to
the pick and pack one goes off to somebody's iPad to go and pick it. The print on demand goes to the MIS or straight to a print device, even to just print it. And the reservation one, the rental item, waits until the day that it's needed and then goes to someone's iPad to pick it.
Cool. And yeah, it's also got things. Didn't I see that it's like when it comes back, you can allow 2 days to check that the TV's not broken and all that sort of stuff before putting it back into stock.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you can record damaged goods, because you know that when you send out 26 chairs for a trade show, that one of them has a leg broken by the time it comes back.
What should I say?
It's just a common thing that happens.
Okay.
I've heard about, never happened to me.
Yeah. Got anything else to tell me? Interesting. Talk about underfloor heating.
We can talk about. I'm inspired by your choice of jumper this week as well when we met up.
I know that was a bad performance as well, wasn't it?
My other reason for choosing this great choice of jumper. Well, it's also it's our last one of these this year, isn't it? We're not coming back again this year.
But we will be back in the new year, whether they like it or not.
Well, yes, I think popular demand dictates that we have to come back.
So I think we're done on that. I'll just tell him that they can buy both of these. They can both buy this, and it will sort their lives out for them.
And the other thing maybe to add is, okay, I've done this in not a very long period of time. Just quickly building a store. It's not fully finished yet, but actually talking to customers we've got who do this for a living, it's 1 to 2 hours, and they've built a store that they roll out to an actual paying customer. So I've done it fairly quickly, but give me another hour and we'll have something pretty reasonable to go out to a customer that's all going to then work with the rest of their workflows.
And that's where you get the power, really, where it's integrated into the mid-market suite, because you've got your order picking and all that sort of stuff all in with all your other print jobs that you do. Whereas if you take, I've seen like some people take this entry level, don't they? And they just go, right, okay, we'll have the storefront. We'll get an email to say there's an order to be picked or whatever it is. We go online and we pick it, and then we put it into our existing MIS system or something like that. But we also do links to some of our other products.
Yeah.
Cool.
So probably is the time that we should ask if anyone's got any questions for us, because we've just talked over all of their questions. I know I've seen somebody has commented what a great name we came with the website. So no expense spared with Dean's Christmas store.
Dean's Christmas baubles. Yes. Well, there's no questions.
It's all so simple. It doesn't need any questions, does it?
Right. It does look simple, to be honest. Even I could do it. Cool. Thanks very much.
Right. Well, we'll see you next
Cheers, mate.
time.
Bye.
Bye.